The Ginn Library on the campus of Tufts University, 10:30 p.m. A custodian is making the rounds with a mop and bucket on the marble floor of the library's lower levels. His phone rings. Hi, honey. No, I walked to campus. Why? Well, if I don't have the car, then when she comes home, we are going to ground her. She can't just take the car. All right, I'm coming home, and we are going to try her cell phone. This custodian leaves the mop against a bookshelf and runs out. One of the books on that shelf, the Farmer's Almanac Plant and Grow Edition, is directly next to the haft of the mop. And this book senses the water beneath it in the mop bucket. And so it begins to shimmy out between the other books. And it turns so that its pages face the water, and the cover opens up, revealing some fangs. And it takes the plunge into the gray, soapy water, which starts to bubble. Okay. Stanley Handsomepants.
Hi.
Are you at the Edward R. Murrow Center at Tufts, a.k.a. your hideout, or are you somewhere else? Either answer is fine.
Yeah, that's where I usually hang out. We have a secret room there.
Gotcha. So what are you doing in the secret base that you have at the Edward R. Murrow Center right now?
Oh, I'm just doing research. I'm looking into colonial Somerville.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I have a big collection of books that I've procured over my long years of life.
Mm-hmm. All 9 of them, 9 3/4 of them.
My birthday's coming up.
Hey, not bad. So you're in there now. How soundproof is this? Like, can you hear the outside world, so to speak, or? Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
I assume it was probably some Cold War room, because it's behind a painting in the Ginn library. So it's pretty soundproof. We like to play Dungeons and Dragons in there.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So yeah, you've been in there for hours, and yeah, as always, and it's getting late, and it's time for you to stretch your legs, get something to eat, breathe in the night air, and you open up the big heavy door and slide the painting out of the way. And the second you open the door, you start hearing a fire alarm. Uh-oh. Like it must have been going, because the second you open the door, it's silence, and then like the second you pull back. And then after maybe 30 seconds, you hear and then no more fire alarm.
Uh-oh. And there's no fire? Do I sense a fire?
You do not.
Uh-oh. I get my cattle prod out, and and my flashlight, because the lights just turned off.
The lights did just turn off.
I creep down the hallway out of the room. Is there a celebrity here? Usually celebrities like to wait in here before they give a big speech.
You know what? I think it's time to read a bad situation.
Oh, okay, sure. I would love to. I love reading bad situations.
2d6 plus sharp, please.
10.
10, all right. Mm-hmm. Actually, you know what? Let's blend them, because it's going to be a bad situation when you realize it is. So you can ask questions from either investigate a mystery or read a bad situation.
Oh,
2 total.
Oh, that's great. Oh boy, this is just going to be a top session. I'm aces. What's the biggest threat?
Everyone's stuff is here. Now, it's late at night, but there should be people in the building. The people are not in the building. Their stuff still is. There are computers still plugged in, backpacks, phones, jackets. So the biggest threat is whatever drove everyone off.
Oh boy, that's not good. It's probably fire alarm. What kind of dangers we haven't noticed yet? That's a good one.
Yeah. Well, you notice it.
Oh, great. Oh, that's nice.
You're
Faces.
standing in the hall, kind of looking around, flashlight illuminating a cone in each direction, and there's a book on the floor.
Oh, I love books. I pick it up.
Yeah, Farmer's Almanac, Plant and Grow edition. And it was open. It was kind of resting open like this, and you pick it up, and it's a little wet.
No.
And it has fangs.
What?
And it tries to bite you.
Ah! I throw it. Ah!
You throw it. It smacks against a wall, hits the ground, and then using its fangs starts to kind of crawl its way back towards you.
Oh, is there blood? Is there blood on this book?
I don't know. Is there?
Oh, yes.
Yes, there is some blood on this book.
Oh,
but not on the two that are skittering towards you from another direction.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's more books.
You currently count 3. All of them have your scent now.
Oh, great. What's the best way out?
Back up.
Back up. Oh, back up. I run back to the painting. I close the door and I take out my cell phone.
Got it. Let's switch. Darby, Mindy, and Morgan, roughly the same time, downtown. The 3 of you are outside the Deep, the high-end clothier that below houses a maximum security facility known as the Coal Chute. That is where you were last session, watching Zlobs negotiate / duel / confront Umpire Sunman, his nemesis, and also an older version of him from the future. You all left that room after Darby left a circle of angels around the 2 of them because, well, Umpire Sunman made his intentions clear. All of you were free to go. He was not. And you went back up the coal chute and are waiting outside, and you're trying to debate what to do exactly. Like, you left because you knew you needed to leave, but now what do we do? Do we wait? Is Umpire Sunman going to crawl out of here? Morgan, what do you do?
I was all right. So Mathers and Darcy, I was planning on making a teleport spell. I'm sorry. I meant to include you as well, Vespa. Making a teleport spell, and then we can just teleport. I was gonna teleport Sunman out of the room, but let's teleport Zlobs out of the room.
Can you do that from out here without being in the room?
I can, but I need another person. It requires more than us. It requires 5 people.
5 people?
Mm-hmm.
Let's have you roll for the theory of this, Morgan, because you are going to be. This is a ritual. It's going to take 5. Was this the ritual that you had planned last week before things went haywire?
Yeah. Hands still in cuffs.
Did you? So you technically already rolled for it, but let's have you roll it again. This is going to be a ritual. This is 2d6 plus weird. I'm gonna give you a couple of minuses on this. -1 because technically we already rolled for this, and another -1 because this is gonna be real hard because you don't actually have eyes on the person you're trying to teleport. So we're gonna see if it's theoretically possible.
That's a 7.
Gotcha. You're going to need more people, that's for sure. And also it's going to take a long time. So you kind of start drawing it out. did you have an idea of who the additional person you needed for this was?
I didn't have a single clue.
Okay. Well,
Also, I'm gonna use if I can, I'm gonna use reverse protection spell to reverse the magnetic properties of these handcuffs and remove them.
oh, those come off.
Okay, great.
So it's, so Morgan, like, you kind of start diagramming the weird magics necessary to do like a point-to-point blind transport, and it needs like either 5 or 7 or 9 people depending on potency, and it's like, okay, who do we call, who do we talk to, and you're kind of thinking all of this through when a pair of headlights illuminate the street you're on. A car turns a corner and starts driving towards you, and the headlights blind you, and you look down. But they are familiar headlights. They are math wagon headlights. The car stops, lurches forward a little bit when it's thrown into park, and emerging from the driver's side is Nana Mathers, wearing a pair of funky goggles.
Nana.
Okay. Hi, sweetie. Hi,
Hey.
Morgan. Hi, Darby.
Nana.
Hi, Nana.
Hi.
We need your help.
I think that's why I'm here. I got a phone call.
From who?
From?
Umpire Sunman? Is he also here? He's here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what you need while you help me open the trunk. She opens the trunk, and inside are 2 things that you are carrying out, and they take a while. One is a heavy crate, one of Nana's crates of books. This is the, Mindy, you know it well, this is the theoretical physics and quantum entanglement crate, which she doesn't really read too much of that these days. She pulls that out. And then an old, and I mean super old, computer. Like single, like tan molded plastic, blackened green screen this big. It's not plugged into anything, but Nana has definitely made alterations to it, and it appears to be powered by a perpetual motion machine bolted to the top. And so this thing is already on and heavy. So as you are like slowly moving these things out of the trunk, she says, okay, what do you folks need?
Zlobs is in trouble.
Yep.
Maybe you already know.
I think so. What was your plan?
Well,
Well, I was
Morgan was
gonna-
going to try to teleport him out, but even if we do that, we need some way still to be able to make sure that whatever made him come back here to stop himself doesn't happen. We need to change the future, but we don't know how. We don't even know what it is.
She puts the giant heavy computer on the crate of books and leans over and types into it. And she points to the screen. In the middle of the screen is a line, just a green line stretching from the left to the right. And she starts tapping on some of the keys, and the line starts branching out. And then the branches start wrapping in on themselves, all in incredibly low definition graphics. She points to right before the timeline splits, because that's what this is. It's a timeline. We're here. And the fact that Zlobs is talking to his future self, well, I think that's what Sunman told me, is that Sunman's, okay. We are getting dangerously close to a reality-ending time paradox.
Because if Zlobs kills Zlobs, Zlobs can't kill Zlobs?
Maybe. I have a lot of very, very, very fast research to do. And I need to get down there.
You need to get down there?
Mm-hmm. I was invited.
Can we
You
help?
should be able to just open the door.
Oh.
What?
You can. Prep that teleportation spell. I'll be your fifth. I can do that remotely from down there. Just hold on. And she opens up her cardigan, and inside is a rack of vials. And she kind of takes one and then takes the other and pops the corks and drinks half of one, then the entire other one, then the remaining half of the first one, and then stoppers the corks and puts them back. Okay. If I need you to teleport anyone, you're gonna know it.
Okay.
Okay. Mindy, how are you doing? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I had a feeling the three of you would be here, so let me just get something from the back seat. And she pulls out a folding table and unfolds it and puts on it a still warm tray of lemon loaf.
Oh, I was hoping.
She gets a cart, like a push cart under the heavy crate of books and the heavy computer, and wheels it through the broken open front door of the deep.
Nana, is it okay if I give Vespa a slice of this lemon loaf?
Oh, sure, I made enough for everyone. At around this time, all of your phones ring. You are being invited to a conference call.
It's Handsomepants. Ugh, I don't have time for him today. Stanley.
Oh, finally someone answered. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I called Zlobs, but he didn't answer. I left a voicemail, so I decided to call everyone. Hi, it's Stanley.
Hey, Stanley. Some stuff is up.
I know some stuff is really up. I need some help here. I'm over at the hideout over on Tufts, and there are books with teeth. I'm besieged. Please help now. Please.
I don't know if I have. How important is this, Stanley?
They have blood. They
What?
Yeah, no, this is bad. This is
Eating you?
No, I was able to run away. I'm currently barricaded in our secret room over in the Edward R. Morrow Center for Digital Age.
Okay.
We can
Okay.
get the whole team, please. This is very dangerous. I'm doing my research right now. This is bad. Teeth shouldn't have books. I have spines, I guess. It's better than legs or wings, I suppose.
Boop. I'm gonna just hang up. Darcy.
Stanley, we'll either be there or we'll call you. Somebody will be there.
Okay,
Somebody
excuse
will be
me.
there.
I think you accidentally hung up. I probably lost service because I'm being besieged by books with teeth.
We gotta go.
Vespa?
Yeah.
Can you come help? I know this is not your team, but
Vespa's with you. I'm still on speakerphone.
Yeah, okay. I feel like we're all playing a bit of a waiting game right now anyway.
Yeah.
You hung up on me again.
Boop. All right, let's go. Hold on. Hold on.
Who are you calling?
Stanley Handsomepants.
I don't answer. Hi, you reached Stanley Handsomepants' cell phone right now. Thank you for calling me. I really appreciate you taking the time to reach out to me because I appreciate everything that you do. If you can please leave a detail. Boop.
Stanley, I'm sorry. We're on our way. I'm just in a bad mood. Boop. Okay, let's go.
All
I'm
right.
not gonna answer.
How are you getting to Tufts?
Well, Nana left her math wagon. None of us
did.
have a driver's license at the moment. But you know what?
It's gonna take me too long to fly us all over there.
Yeah. And gosh, I really don't want to break the law.
I mean, Mindy's probably technically an owner of the math wagon.
You think so?
She's in the family.
Okay, fine. We'll have Mindy drive.
All right.
I can fly ahead of the math wagon to clear the way.
Sure.
How are you
so
clearing the
you know what? The dice are going to say how the Darby's clearing the way. Yeah, Darby. Let's have you roll 2d6 plus tough if you are terrifying people out of the way, or 2d6 plus sharp if you're trying to just kind of be the spotter in the distance.
Oh, I'm going to terrify them out of the way.
Entirely fair. 2d6 plus tough, please.
9.
All right. So you make it. You got like full resplendent war armor of the angel, big brass wings, flaming sword, and you are flying at street level, like booming voice, choir in the distance, terrifying cars off the road. So
don't tell anyone, but I'm scared I'm gonna like run into a deer myself and hurt it. No one would know.
And that's the partial success. Is this just takes a while. Cars are you're simultaneously a terrifying visage of holy revenge, and also you're going like the speed limit, and like Mindy's in the car behind you, like kind of white knuckling it and like following you. And you make it out of Boston and through Somerville and to the Medford campus.
Hello?
Okay, they broke it. They broke it. Beep.
Something's going on. Okay.
Let's get in there.
Well, let's run.
Yeah, so Mindy parks and the doors swing open and you all trundle out. All right. Well, this place is chaos. You are on the Tufts campus, which as you get to the Tufts campus, you see people streaming away from the Tufts campus. People are running off of campus, like students carrying piles of clothes and things like that. And you're walking against the flow of traffic here into a campus that is emptying out. In the distance, really everywhere, you see things. You think at first they're rats or maybe bats because they look like they have big wings, like low to the ground. Kind of just weird shadows under like the lights of the campus. And the closer you get, you realize they are books. All the same book. The Farmer's Almanac, Plant and Grow Edition. They are traveling in packs now.
Mathers, do you know anything about this? These books? No?
No, nothing.
Okay. Well, thank you for driving earlier. You did a good job. And
Yeah.
Darcy, you did a good job clearing the road.
Thank you.
And Vespa, you did a really good job yelling at Mathers to drive correctly.
I'd like to think that I can help.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Morgan.
I was just gonna say those look like books, and Stanley Handsomepants is in trouble.
Vespa is looking around and runs into a building. Be right back. So yeah,
Where's Vespa going?
He's just.
I don't know, but we got to get to the Edward Morrow Center.
Sure.
Edward R. Morrow.
While we're running, I'm gonna throw my sword at the closest book to try to just pin it down so I can grab it.
Yeah, the book bursts into flames and it starts.
Oh. I forgot it was a sword on fire, and that would do that.
It's not screeching. It's not making any kind of noise, really, which a part of you all kind of wishes it would, because it's just the sound of frantically fluttering pages and the sound of fangs scraping against pavement. The book catches on fire and you put it out, and this one died, so to speak, and you look at it. And why don't, Darby, you roll 2d6 plus sharp.
Seven.
Okay. The partial success. The partial success is this. You start kind of leafing through this now dead, half-charred book, and this is a very interesting edition of the Farmer's Almanac, where if you drop it in a bucket of water, the book itself is encrusted with seeds. So if you drop it in water and then bury it, it's going to grow into something. The fact that it's alive is not there's nothing in the book about it becoming alive. So that's different. But yes, you don't know about that. The problem is you're kind of, you're running and reading and scanning and like holding it under a light. The partial success comes from the fact that as you're all under there trying to get clues, you're kind of standing there and there's a moment of, okay, interesting. And then like a breeze blows and you hear just like a fluttering of pages. And you look around and you are surrounded by these books. A couple dozen of them have kind of descended on you. So it is now time for a little night combat against the Farmer's Almanac. So
what a sentence.
You are fighting a swarm of alive carnivorous books. So who wants to go first?
Do they have a mind?
Well, Mindy.
Maybe one mind shared between them?
I suppose that depends on how you roll.
Okay.
2d6 plus weird. On a full success, you get to choose how this thing thinks. Anything else, we'll see what happens.
Okay. Mind check. It's an 8.
All right, it's an 8. So, on an 8, you get to... I'm going to give you 3 options. Only 2 of them are true. You get to choose the 2. It thinks with one giant mind. It is not carnivorous. It does not have a master plan.
Okay. 2 things are true?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It definitely thinks with one big mind.
Giant mind. Hive organism.
Okay. And the other 2 are it's not carnivorous or it does not have a master plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm looking at the teeth. I know a lot about teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And those teeth are definitely carnivorous. This thing doesn't have a master plan. It's pure chaos. It's just it just wants to eat.
It wants to eat, and it is hungry.
It wants to eat, I think, our flesh specifically.
Yeah, that's, you kind of reach out and start kind of getting a sense, and it's just screaming. It's just hungry, need nutrients, good soil today. Yes, get those tomatoes in the ground early. Need nutrients.
Yeah.
Again and again and again.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah, it's
Oh my god.
and so it wants to eat you. It wants to swarm over you all like piranha
Yeah.
and skeletonize you all. So with that,
Mhm.
what do you all want to do? Morgan, batter up.
I'm gonna monologue to them and I'm gonna say, "Oh no! A storm is coming from the west!" And then I'm gonna crackle lightning around and try to convince it that it's time to bunker down.
Very wise. These are farmers' almanacs, after all.
I want to help
Absolutely.
by flying into the air, trying to get above them to the west, and then just flapping my wings really hard like a breeze.
That sounds amazing. You get a +1. Morgan, this is going to be 2d6 plus charm, +1 for Darby, +1 because I think that's awesome.
13!
Whoa! Storms are coming. And so Darby kind of rises up above the street lamp and starts buffeting the ground with a westerly wind. Morgan, you kind of raise your arms to the sky, and lightning starts striking in these little bursts that give you that crackling static in the air. Summer thunder is rolling in, and like any good farmer's almanac, the hive mind knows it needs to tent the herbs. And so all of them start skittering off because as starving as they are, they cannot lose the early crop. And so most of them start skittering away. There are a few left that have kind of split off from the hive mind and are now trying to bite and snap at you. Who wants to go next?
Well, I can tell because these are the ones that broke off from the hive mind, that these are the free thinkers of the group.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they probably have a big personality, and a big personality might be harder or easier, for me to sort of grab onto and shift around.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
All right. What would you
I'm gonna try to change the personality of.
I would
Almanac.
expect so. Yes. The Farmer's Almanac. The sense you get of it's like 2 or 3 of them that are now snapping like snapping turtles, like book-shaped, weird fanged snapping turtles.
Yeah.
And what do you want to change this splinter group's personality to?
Okay. Do you know in a movie like Cinderella with like a princess?
Mm-hmm.
Cinderella wakes up and there's a bunch of birds that sort of pick bugs out of her hair or whatever they're doing. They're being very helpful. I'm sort of imagining that these freaky books with teeth, maybe if they dream of being sort of like a princess sidekick like those birds in the movie, maybe the word is helpful.
Hopeful.
Like I want these books to like help like tie my shoes.
2d6 plus weird, please.
Yeah, no problem. It's a 9.
Okay. Choose a drawback. They know you did something to them. The effect is even more temporary than you would like, or the GM will give you a personality trait to carry for as long as the target carries theirs.
Let's go with it's more temporary than I would like. They're
Gotcha.
very briefly helpful.
Mhm.
So the way this is going to work is you're going to be able to essentially give them one order to do one thing.
Oh.
And the second they do, they're going to do it. And then after that, they are going to know that their mind was subverted by a malign presence. But as it stands right now, they, they cease trying to kill you all and start kind of rolling themselves up into kind of rolled up farmers' almanacs and just kind of start rolling to follow you. And you can hear their thoughts in this weird little chorus. Now, when there were like 50 or 60 of them, the thoughts were like fairly coherent and approaching human intelligence, if that human knew like an absolute ton about squash. But with just 3, they're kind of
What are they?
Uh-oh.
I hope they're very friendly. I'm gonna just have them follow me around for now and sort of brush my hair with their fangs. Just for a little while.
What Disney princess would you be, Mathers?
I don't think there's one like me. I can't think of any that have a big knife, I guess. Why? Which one would you be, Morgan?
God, who would I be? I didn't think about it.
You've never thought about it?
No. I mean, maybe. No, I haven't thought about it. Now I'm going to think about it. Which would you be, Wait, Vespa's not here. Dang it.
Vespa left. Vespa ran away as fast as she could. But we don't know where.
Maybe she had to return a book to the library.
Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry about that. As I was saying, the trio of books have the combined intelligence of an enthusiastic rabbit. So it wants to help. Believe me, it does. But it's trying to figure things out, and it's occasionally shouting things like, "Protect roots! Don't overwater!" But yeah, so you're now kind of marching forward through the campus with 3 rolled up farmers' almanacs behind you. You are joined again by Vespa, who did not want to be without a weapon, and so when you see her, it makes sense that she is carrying now a large red fire axe.
Nice axe.
Nice
Thanks.
axe, Vespa. All right, we gotta
Where'd
get
you
to
get that? Oh, yeah, we gotta get to them.
So yeah, you all head towards where the Edward R. Morrow Center is, and in here is even more chaotic, and you are starting to get a sense of how these things are actually replicating. They are there's kind of a cluster of them hopping around a mop bucket full of water, and you see a couple jump in and then like 4 or 5 jump out. And so it's like this little spawning pool, meaning this building here is absolutely swarming with them. They are not yet focused on eating you all, but yeah, like you literally go into this building that leads to Stanley's hidden room, and there is not a bit of floor that you could walk over that's not covered by skittering, snapping, fanged farmers' almanacs.
I'm gonna grab the bucket. Is it just the one bucket?
Yeah, it's down a hallway near a stack of books.
I want to run and get it, and then run outside and fly up to put it on the roof.
Got it. So let's see about you getting there. Darby, I need you to roll 2d6. This is 2d6 plus tough. Anything less than 10 translates to harm because you are flying through just a whirlwind of these things.
That would be an 8.
All right. You take 2 harm if you have armor, which you do. That will ablate it somewhat. So, yeah, you're all kind of looking at this, and Darby is the one that's like, okay. And, she runs, leaps, and kind of banks up into, thankfully, these are kind of tall, vaulted ceilings. And so, Darby, you're flying over them. These books are creating stacks of themselves, and then the top book is jumping off to try to grab onto you and bring you down. And so you're kind of spinning through the air. After maybe 5 or 10 seconds of banking through this place, your wings are covered in books. They're chewing at your arms. But eventually, like a spin kind of kicks some of them off. Vespa, who is serious, is sprinting along under your path. Like, Vespa's like, oh, I'm not waiting. And she's sprinting along, kind of swinging the axe like a scythe and kind of trying to keep them off of you. But she's starting to get overwhelmed too. But eventually, Darby, you get to the mop bucket and kind of bank upwards, crash through a skylight, and drop it on the roof. There are a couple of books that kind of spring out fully formed that you destroy. Morgan and Mindy. Vespa, in an attempt to help Darby, and succeed, by the way, is now being slowly consumed by books. What do you both want to do?
I'm assuming these books are dusty, and they've been kicking up some dust.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so as the dust has sort of particleized in the air, I'm going to try to ignite it, which will be contagious, and all of the dust particles in the air will thus catch the next dust particle.
That is what's good about being an electric witch, is you know how electricity works. Give me 2d6 plus weird to use. Yeah, this is going to be combat magic. So, this is going to... You're essentially going to cast like a ball of lightning magic. So tell me... Yeah, what do you get? Oh, okay. You get a choice. You deal 3 harm to everything in here, including yourselves. Or you deal 3 harm to just the books in the immediate area, but also you blow out every window and destroy tens of thousands of dollars in artifacts and collectibles.
Morgan's history.
Kaboom! Goodbye, artifacts.
All right. So yeah, you like every like Morgan starts raising her hands. Mindy, you know what's about to happen, and you kind of place your hands on the ground to ground, and then just like a giant cascading ball of electrical lightning crackles through the air, lights the dust on fire, windows start shattering. There's this beautiful statue that cracks in half. A number of ancient texts under glass shatter and catch fire. But you've cleared a path now to Vespa, and you get to her and kind of pick her up. She is not doing great, but you kind of get her to her feet, and now the 3 of you push forward to where Stanley Handsomepants is.
Sorry, guys.
Stanley, when did this start?
Yeah, you make it to Stanley, the big, heavy, hidden door to his fallout shelter / hidden research lab has been ripped open, or really pried open by dozens and dozens and dozens of farmers' almanacs, slowly wedging themselves into the machinery. And yeah, Stanley, what kind of state are you in when they find you?
There is a trail of blood leading from the entrance to the biggest bookshelf, and Stanley's up on top, currently wearing little black goggles and holding a flamethrower, keeping the books at bay, letting.
Yeah. So Mindy, you run up and you ask, and you see an injured but determined Stanley Handsomepants making a valiant last stand from some high ground.
I reach up and put a band-aid on Stanley's ankle.
Ah! Oh,
We're here. We're here to help.
Behind you.
Ah! Thanks, Stanley.
Thank you for the bandage. It's not as bad as it looks.
Oh, good. Stanley, when did this begin?
Today earlier, but I called you right away. You took a really long time in getting here.
We're having a day.
It's been a long
You're having
day.
a day. I'm having a day.
Everybody's having a day. It's not a competition.
Everything's coming off suit, and boy, it's like it got dealt a 2 and a 9. It's
Okay.
terrible.
Okay, this is happening quick. I know what I
Behind
need
you.
to do. I know what I need to do.
Oh,
What do you need to do, Mindy?
Darby, can you take me to the mop water?
Yeah, so Darby, you fly back down, grab Mindy, fly Mindy back up.
Let's go.
I have to taste the mop water.
Okay. Do you want me to
taste
drop
it.
you in it or just
No,
on
no,
the
no. Don't drop me in it. Just drop me next to it so I can examine it. I
Okay.
have to taste the mop water. Nana has taught me, I'm not really a potion knower, but I've learned some things from Nana. So I can, identify what kind of potion this is that's making the almanacs go gremlin.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna have you, Mindy, roll 2d6 plus sharp plus 1 because it is awfully brave to drink mop water. So let's see
Yeah.
how we do.
Just to taste the mop water.
That's all it takes, though.
Just a
I'm not-
Susan of the mop water.
I'm not gulping it. I'm just kind of like, I'm just tasting it.
Totally fair.
And that's a 13.
Okay.
13 on the mop water. This was the right move.
So it starts to it starts to make sense the second you taste this. This is unfortunate. The worst part about this was not some kind of like evil intent here. This was just a very precise mix of a bleach-based cleaning, like industrial cleaning substance. And you're like, okay, it's bleach, and it's like it's a bunch of like weird stabilizers. And then you like quick have Darby hand you one of the books, and you look, and the very, very last page of the book is The Farmer's Almanac, Big Plant Don'ts. Do not water with soapy water. Do not water if there is bleach contamination, or the plants will get angry and fight back. And several other things like, if the plants are angry, don't be made of flesh, or the plants will try to eat the flesh. And all of these things, make sure that all the plants don't conspire together to create a master plan. And all of these things, it's like, oh God, this book falling into this water at this exact moment. Yeah.
This really checked all the boxes.
So the plants are angry.
There is, you need to find a way to negate the effects of this like large enraged carnivorous plant. But like you have Stanley is alive.
Stanley
And
is alive.
it's not making any more plants. Like the book is not replicating anymore. You've taken care of that. But there are hundreds, if not thousands, that are still in a hive mind trying to find and eat anything made of animal meat on this campus.
Mm-hmm.
So the big question is, what is the plan to take care of that?
Hi, Vespa. Hi, Morgan.
Hey, Stanley.
Where's
any
Slob?
idea?
Where's Zlobs?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh,
Don't
my goodness.
ask about him.
I'm sorry. I thought it. Okay.
Stanley,
Yeah.
He doesn't like books.
Yeah, we cut to all of you are now on the roof. Like you make Darby a couple of return trips down, and now you're all there, and you're watching almost like tides of crickets moving across the field, just like hundreds of these things, occasionally like zipping under the campus lights.
We
Do any of you make compost?
make
Seems
compost.
like something they'd like.
Make compost.
I don't.
Make
I don't.
compost.
Yeah, probably near the cafeteria.
Lead them to
Let's-
the compost pile behind the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's lure them.
Yeah.
What do we
Give them
lure
a
them
good
with?
old meal.
Oh,
Oh, like our flesh?
No.
No, not us.
No,
The
no, no.
compost. It's got nutrients in it, but probably not flesh.
Yeah, I'm
But
not
if
sure.
it makes them happy,
wait a second. I think that's a great
yeah,
idea.
Stanley?
Yeah, we distract them. It was just boneless chicken wing night, so I imagine the cafeteria is filled with boneless chicken wings, and probably chicken wings, and that might attract them. And we need something
Yeah.
to attack them that's not made of flesh, right?
Yeah.
What about the large elephant statue on campus, Largo, the elephant?
Yeah, but Largo is a statue. How would you?
I take out one of my tomes from my backpack. You're all magical. Let's do a ritual.
Morgan, do you think you could? Do you think you could electrify the Largo statue?
Oh, it's perfect. I get just a spell for that. I hand Morgan a tome.
I look at it, and then I drop it onto the ground. I am a little nervous about making a ritual because there's a chance that if it fails, that I won't be able to do any more. My energy will be depleted, and there's no way I can do any more. And Nana specifically said that if she needs us to teleport Zlobs out of the chute, then she'll let
What?
us know.
Do you want me to? Do you want
Morgan,
me to-
this is going to unleash on the city of Somerville and Medford. Okay? Zlobs is important, yeah. This is more important. You pick
More
up that book.
Nothing is
There's
more
gotta
important than Zlobs, Stanley.
I'm not going to make this... I'm good at what I do. I'm such a good supporter. I'm not going to let it go wrong. Oh, you starters. Always the same.
What?
Handsomepants,
Wh-
I know we've had our like history or whatever,
Yeah.
you know. I just don't think that you can quite understand. You're just a shadow and you just don't get it.
Just the
It's not-
shadow. See,
Morgan.
that's what I'm talking about.
You're not just a shadow, but I believe we can do this without magic, like Morgan said.
Stanley is part of the team, and we trundle as a team.
It doesn't seem like it. Someone has an idea. Just no.
No, you're right.
Stanley, it was a good idea. And
It's a great
and
idea.
Stanley is a part of the team. So we should try to bring the elephant statue to life like Stanley suggested, because it was a good idea and we're trundling as a team.
Handsomepants,
What?
can I trust you this time?
This time, I'm not going to let you down again.
My wrath will know no limit if you don't come through it for me. I pick up the tome.
Okay. So, Morgan,
Oh.
if you want, you do not need to take the lead on this ritual. Someone else can.
Okay.
That would just be someone else rolling 2d6 plus weird with your support. So does anyone else want to lead the incantation?
I'll do it.
Okay.
All right. I
Um,
hand Darby the tome.
So like you, because you're up here and you start drawing kind of the rituals, like a 5-person ritual circle, because well, you're going to need one anyway. And you're like, okay, well, if I do this while Darby does the incantation, like you can see Largo, like the giant, like wrought iron, like glazed iron elephant there, like one giant leg in the air, roaring the great bellow of Tufts Pride. Yeah, if that thing comes to life, that's the weapon. Darby, 2d6 plus weird.
All right, we all need to hold hands now.
All right, I get between.
I don't know if is that really a part of it.
Yes, it's
That we
part
hold-
of it.
Oh, sorry. That was.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you. I mean, oh, can we switch spots? I don't think I can stand next to Mindy.
Why not?
Chakras.
It was a 3.
Yeah. So.
Okay. You start. You all hold hands.
Yeah, and I'm not holding Stanley's hand.
Nope, very, very sweaty. And at this, like, Darby, you are like working through the incantation, and it's written in some weird language, and you're kind of pronouncing it phonetically, and it's taking all of your concentration, and sweat is beating on your forehead. And Morgan, at that exact moment, you hear in your mind Nana Mathers. Now, do it now. Do it absolutely right now. Right now, where everything's over.
I'm going to do it now.
All right, 2d6 plus weird, please.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
That's a 7.
Ah!
Okay, partial success.
Oh.
Here's what happens. There's a giant cacophonous echo of thunder, a huge flash of lightning, and down in the quad, riding a giant animated elephant, is Zlobs.
I hate books.
What's happening?
Zlobs, you are juiced up with some purpose right now. I need you to roll 2d6 to kick some butt. I'm going to give you a +2 because you're on a giant war elephant.
Great. That's a 7. Thank goodness.
Okay. Zlobs is screaming. He is on top of the elephant. The elephant is stampeding wildly. He's swinging a giant hooked chain and like ripping carnivorous books apart. But the elephant is very out of control right now. That's the partial success. So what do you all want to do before the newly rediscovered Zlobs is smushed between this elephant and a building?
Help.
Does the elephant have a mind? I am at the end of my rope tonight.
2d6 plus weird, Mindy.
10.
The elephant is this is weird. The elephant is animated, meaning you used like the magical life force of the earth to breathe temporary life and some kind of relative sentience into the elephant. But what that means is that the elephant doesn't have a mind. You are talking to, well, for lack of a better word, Gaia, the spirit of the earth, who has animated this elephant. What would you like to say to Earth?
It's a good spell. I told you.
Okay. What would I like to say to the spirit of the earth? I suppose the only thing that I would like to say is, Earth, we're in a real predicament. I'm sorry, I don't know how to address you. I'm not sure what's appropriate. I'm a big fan. And I'm having an overwhelming night already. But I'm wondering, my friend Severus Slobbins just sort of reappeared. He's having a difficult time right now. I'm just wondering if you can keep him safe and if you maybe have any secrets that might help.
Oh my god.
Does the Earth have a secret that
Yeah, the Earth has a
would
secret.
help?
The Earth's the Earth's secret is this.
Yeah.
The Earth can give a part of itself to this elephant, like permanently, meaning
Mhm.
this giant elephant is going to stay alive. But that means you'll be able to reason with it.
It's gonna
and-
stay alive forever.
Yeah. That's what the Earth came up with so quickly. The Earth is not used to making super quick decisions.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's an old, what, 6 Bill, how old is okay, sorry, it's an old Earth. The elephant can have its own life now. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
We're gonna bring the elephant to life.
You're bringing the elephant to life.
Yeah.
This is no longer an enchantment. The Earth has given of itself, has breathed life into this giant. Larjo is now a being. Larjo is now part of the world. And Zlobs, you are on Larjo. And all of a sudden, Larjo kind of stops and kind of turns and looks at you with big emerald eyes.
I turned to Larjo covered in blood because I just get smashed into buildings. Oh, this is so cool. Hi, my name's Zlobs.
I'm Larjo.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Zlobs!
Hey, what? I'm talking to Larjo.
Larjo is alive for real.
We're having a conversation. I'll get back to you in a moment. I'm sorry. She's very pushy.
Your name is Zlobs?
Yeah, it's my name. It's a nickname, really, but yeah.
You're my best friend.
You're my best friend. Hey, you want what best friends do?
What do best friends do?
They destroy a field full of books.
Yeah. Large elephant roar. And so the combination of Larjo and Zlobs pound through the fields, cutting a path through the books that all of you follow, eventually making your way to the Tufts main cafeteria, where sure enough there's a large buffalo tender sized pile of compost in a giant bin outside. And the second these books see it, their attention is no longer on all of you. They start diving themselves into this giant compost bucket. Hundreds of books, all of the books are now piling themselves into the compost bucket. Well, what do we do?
I use my last grenades.
On
The bucket.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's just basketball, baby.
Zlobs, yeah. You don't need to roll for this. Flashback. 2 minutes ago. You were in the coal chute. Umpire Sunman did not kill you. In point of fact, after the first hour or so, he kind of dropped all pretenses and got out of his power armor. And so it was his idea to call Nana Mathers, because the stuff you were saying to him and the stuff that he was remembering was not lining up exactly.
Mm.
And
we're not so different, you and I.
And the more you talked, the more Sunman couldn't concentrate or focus. And so he ended up calling Mindy's house. It was a phone number he obviously still remembered.
Mm-hmm.
And you and Sunman agreed to not say another word, which was really hard.
I want to talk about I want to talk about his goatee. I really want to talk about his goatee.
It's like, when did you start growing that thing? When should I? And Nana Mathers eventually showed up with all of the research and all of the books.
Nana, would I look good in a goatee?
And she looks at Sunman. You know, honey, looks are not everything. You know, you need to be a well-rounded person, and that's important.
Is that a no? Oh, goodness. I will never grow a goatee again. I always wanted to grow one, you know.
And in that moment, Umpire Sunman both had and did not have a goatee.
Uh-oh.
And the big computer started spitting out strange data. And Nana Mathers was quiet.
It's just very hard for me. I can't be quiet.
And you all determined via very intense calculation how this was going to work. There would be a moment, a year from now, the moment of disaster. Nana Mathers told Sunman not to tell you what you were supposed to do, only what it was. Nana Mathers also told Sunman to tell you what happens if you fail. Specifically, that Darby, Mindy, and Morgan would die. And then Sunman and Nana Mathers went back and forth on some specifics and handed you a piece of paper. On it was a one-sentence description of the disaster. Below it was an edict. Do not tell Darby, Mindy, and Morgan about the disaster, but let them know that if something goes wrong, they might die. You can tell them that, but not what the disaster is. And then the next thing was, and the final thing, you need to get very, very well acquainted with this. And the this on the piece of paper is something that Umpire Sunman gave you. He took it out of his power armor and handed it to you. It's an incredibly heavy, incredibly sharp, 10-ish foot long war chain. The very end of it is covered in spikes.
This is so cruel.
With the mandate of you have 1 year to get very, very good at using that.
Okay.
And then you and Sunman all kind of gather around the computer again, and you see like the one green line like split and start looping back. And it's like a weird tangle. And Sunman is looking increasingly panicked at Nana Mathers. Did I say too much? Did I not say enough? And Nana Mathers is like, no. It's that you're remembering things that may be changing. The more you think about it, the worse this will be.
Oh, that's great. If it's me, he doesn't have to think.
And
hey, Hey, you.
Yes.
Nana brought some lemon loaf. I know that I hand him some lemon loaf.
Umpire Sunman immediately, and I mean immediately, breaks down into tears. The green lines converge, and in that moment, Nana Mathers shouts up at the ceiling, "Now, Morgan, do it now!"
I go over and hug Sunman, and I'm whisked away.
And suddenly you're riding Larjo, the giant metal elephant. In that, so that was your last 10 minutes. And yeah, you're at the compost. All of the books are in it, and you still have that bandolier of grenades. The last grenades you're ever going to throw. And you unclip the bandolier, pull the emergency line, and toss them into the compost barrel.
All you can eat.
The lid closes. Big reverberating thunder.
Hey, Larjo.
Yes, best friend.
I'm going to introduce you to my other friends. They're going to love you.
Hi, everyone. I am an elephant.
Hi, this is Larjo, my best friend.
Hey, Larcho. Nice to meet you. Did you see the electrical bolts I was throwing earlier? They're really cool, huh?
Maybe. I think I remember it, but also I think I remember all things. Like from the beginning.
Whoa, it's so cool.
Whoa. Nice to meet you.
Mindy knows a lot of things. Hey, Mindy.
Are you God?
Larjo, it is nice to meet you. Gaia of the Earth used me as a siphon to give you life. Congratulations. And you, Severus Slobin.
Yeah.
So cool.
I know, right? Isn't this great? Hi, Darby. Oh, hi, Vespa.
Hey, Larjo. I'm Darby.
All right. Hi, Darby.
I'm not God, but I'm an angel.
This is a great birthday for me.
Happy birthday.
And you picked a really good best friend. And then go jump on Zlobs.
Ah!
Yeah, I'm gonna tackle Zlobs too.
Ah!
Mathers, come here. Come here, Mathers.
Get off of me. My ribs still hurt.
No!
Ow,
Zlobs.
ow, ow. Yeah, I poked my head out from the pile. Yes.
We are never gonna leave you again.
Oh, good. I tackle Mindy. Ah!
Seven feet of power armor. Standing in the Alewife parking lot. Sunman looks at his wrist. There's a watch on it with the Little League logo. And he twists the dial on it and pulls it off. And the power armor starts flashing and beeping and explodes. Sunman kind of thinks for a second and rubs his face. It doesn't have a goatee on it anymore. In his hand is a red book with the price tag still on it.
My book. Oh.
He puts it in a duffel bag, takes out a granola bar, takes a few bites, and walks out of Boston.
Yeah, I know. I'm using my other cell phone. Yeah, my first one broke. Yeah, of course. I mean, it didn't take that much effort to figure out the exact formula for the bucket. Yeah, I know.